Hi guys, so you've probably been aware of this, and I just want to respond to it. It's this comment by Dominic Raab on Talk Radio about taking a knee. So let's hear what he had to say.
Side to that.
Just after watching the football last night, would you take a knee if you were asked to?
Do you know what? I understand this sense of frustration and restlessness which is driving the Black Lives Matters movement. I've got to say on this taking the knee thing, which I don't know, maybe it's got a broader history, but seems to be taken from the Game of Thrones, feels to me like...
Taken from Game of Thrones. Yeah, I understand it. It's probably taken from Game of Thrones. There was an American football player called Colin Kaepernick. So let me just explain. So during the American football games, people were requested to stand and place their hand over their heart or near their heart during an American football game, so when the national anthem is played. Now, he made a protest. He went down on one knee instead of standing and placing his hand over his heart. That was his form of protest. Now, he was insulted by Donald Trump for this. He was called a traitor. He was insulted by the right for, in a sense, insulting the soldiers, insulting the troops. You know, he was making a form of peaceful protest. That was his form of peaceful protest. He lost his job over it. He was later reinstated, but he lost a livelihood for a period of time. Whether you agree or disagree with him, that is something that has to be respected. Someone standing up for what they believed in. Now, what was he protesting? He was protesting police violence against the African American community in the US. That's why he went down on one knee. It's nothing to do with Game of Thrones. Now, if I know this, how the hell does Dominic Raab not know this? He must be much more informed about international events than I am. But he seems to think it's something to do with Game of Thrones. Because Khaleesi, Daenerys Targaryen, asked Jon Snow to bend the knee. My God.
Like a symbol of subjugation and subordination rather than one of liberation and emancipation. But I understand people...
Really? It was a form of protest. It was, I'm not going to stand for the national anthem while my compatriots, my kin, my brothers are being beaten to death, being shot to death by the police. This is my form of protest. He didn't scream, he didn't shout, he didn't throw anything, he didn't break a window, he didn't do anything that could be considered violent. Instead of standing, he went down on one knee. That's all he did. He remained silent, he didn't make any comment. I think it was a very powerful gesture. It was a very moving gesture. It was, I'm resisting, but I'm not going to resist in the way you want me to resist. That was extremely powerful about Kaepernick's way of protesting, because people would expect him to say something on TV or to insult Donald Trump or to insult the police or whatever, and he didn't. He was extremely silent. He went down on one knee and he bowed his head.
People feel differently about it, so it's a matter of personal choice.
So would you or wouldn't you do it?
Take the knee for two people, the Queen and the Missus, when I asked her to marry me.
So this guy has no principles. Really, he doesn't give a crap about anything apart from himself. Maybe he bend the knee for the Tory party, but maybe he wouldn't even do that. He doesn't understand a flying F. I'm not going to swear, okay? This just shows complete lack of empathy and lack of understanding of actual world events. Like, if he was some backbencher, you could sort of understand it. Okay, he's disconnected from the world. He's the foreign secretary. It's written there on the screen. And he doesn't understand what's happening around the world. And it's not something happening in some small country in Southeast Asia. This is in the United States. Most people understand this. Dominic Raab doesn't seem to understand that.
Just finally, let's talk about the future just very briefly. Brexit.
Okay, we're not going to go into Brexit now. Brexit is for another day. But just this demonstrates that Dominic Raab has no understanding of the world. And how the hell did he get to be Foreign Secretary? Did he collect 10 crisp packets, cut off the coupon, fill it on a piece of paper and give it to Boris Johnson and say, "Look, Boris, I got my stamps, I got my coupons. Can I be Foreign Secretary?" And of course, Boris's response when he got out of the fridge was probably, "Yes, you can. You'll be a great one." Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Why not become a Patreon and enjoy access to our Discord server where we share news, chat, and have some fun? If you become a patron, you can also make video suggestions on topics that are important to you. Check it out via the link in the description.